And welcome back to the WHHI Daily News. Phil Cromer has joined us for his monthly visit on our newscast. As you know, he is the mayor of Beaufort. Much has been going on in April previously, and then we've got a lot coming up in May and in June. Mayor, it's so wonderful to see you. Let's jump right into the Airshow. It was a huge success.
Yes, it was. We had beautiful weather. We had huge crowds. In fact, the traffic getting in and out of there was pretty rough both Saturday and Sunday. I think we had 70,000 plus each day. But it's always special when the Blue Angels come to town.
And it's every other year. Is that correct?
I think it is. It's usually staggered by, I think, 2 years, sometimes 3. Just depends. But yes, they kind of come on a regular basis, it seems like, every couple of years.
Well, it's a very special event. Now, yes, you, with the city of Beaufort, you are working on your budget. Budget year, fiscal year begins on July 1st. Is that correct? Where are you in that process?
That is correct. Well, we've had 2 budget sessions, April 22nd and 29th. We have a first reading on the budget coming up May 13th. But we still have a long way to go. There's still some issues that we want to try to get resolved. And you want to have a lean budget as much as possible, because we don't know, our revenues we have to estimate, and we want to make sure that we have a balanced budget. So we've got a few little things to tweak, but we should have it all done when we have our second reading, which will be in June.
And the public is invited to the hearings. Is that correct?
Absolutely.
Okay, good.
Everything is public, yeah.
Okay, very good. Anything specifically you want to share about the budget that's kind of a stumbling block, or you want to move on to our next topic?
Well, we've got a classification and compensation study coming up. So we're having to set aside a little bit of money because I have a feeling we're probably a little less than some of our counterparts here in the county. So we need to be competitive. And so that may mean we have to spend a little bit more money on compensation
for the city employees. Is that correct?
That's correct. Yes.
Okay, good. All right. Well, this is really exciting. The city of Beaufort and the city of Port Royal, the town of Port Royal, and some Beaufort County Council members all had a joint meeting, and it was quite successful.
Yes, it was. But this is the second one we've had. We do it on a quarterly basis. But this year we've decided to invite them to participate as well. And this past one, we had the county administrator, Michael Moore. We had Tab Tabernac, who's the vice chairman of the county, and also Paula Gordon, from Hilton Head, who was in attendance at our last meeting. And it's a good time for us to get together and talk about common issues and things that are affecting us that transect all jurisdictions.
So, Mayor, what would you say coming out of that meeting was one of the top issues? Was it roads? Was it water, sewer? What?
A little bit of everything. It's primarily a lot of the growth, what's going on. The road issue is obviously one since the referendum failed. And Jasper County has passed their referendum, so there's going to be some work done on Argent Road, but we're trying to figure out how we can, create safer roads, how we can work together to get some things done. And there's an upcoming referendum, I think it's going to be on the ballot in 26, that'll probably get more, more will be talked about that in the future.
Okay, very good. So speaking of the future, in I think about a week or so, we have the cyber summit, the cybersecurity summit coming up.
That's correct.
Yeah,
we have the South Coast Cyber Center here, and we support it. But each year they have a cyber summit, and they invite a lot of people from around the country to participate. And this year is going to be the biggest and best yet. It'll be taking place at Tabby Place. That'll be on May 13th and 14th. And we've got the Lieutenant Governor coming to speak on Monday.
Okay.
And that'll be good. And also Representative Bradley from Hilton Head will be there as well to speak.
Okay, very good. Anything else coming up in the next few weeks you want to share? We have about 30 seconds left.
Real quickly, the original Gullah Festival is coming up on May 24th and 25th at the Waterfront Park. And then following that on Monday, Memorial Day, we're going to have our usual annual parade and a ceremony that will take place in the National Cemetery that day.
So wonderful, so fun.
Yeah. And by the way, we stood up our Waterfront Advisory Committee, so that's going to be something we'll talk about in the future.
Okay. Well, we'll have you back early June.
Sounds good.
Thank you so much, Mayor Phil Cromer of the city of Beaufort.
All right, Robyn, thank you.
Thank you. And we'll be right back with more news.